'cause it's the God that I serve, God that I serve. I don't deserve your love.
I fully don't have my glasses on, so I hope I don't look crazy because I cannot see what's going on. It's the life of a queen. Welcome back, Royals. It's your girl Queen Persis. In this video, I will be sharing my stats because a subscriber asked me to share my stats, so here I am. By the way, if you have any requests for any types of videos you want me to see, just drop it in the comment section because I just tend to do videos that people ask for. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my grades, my AP scores, SAT subject test scores, SAT scores, ACT scores, my GPA, class ranking, anything that has to do with numbers, I'm sharing it. If there's anything that I'm forgetting or missing, drop it in the comment section and I'm gonna reply with what that number is. Not only will I be sharing my stats, but also giving you guys advice about how you can achieve those types of stats in your life. First discussion is grades. So I'm gonna insert a screenshot of my transcript, and I'm also gonna insert a screenshot of my final transcript, as in my third marking period grades. By the way, if you don't know, after you get into college, they ask for you to send them your final transcript just for them to confirm that you're still doing well academically. I know some students who did horribly in their second half of their senior year because they thought, hey, I got into college, I can stop caring, but then they got C's and D's and their college retracted their offer of acceptance. So it's important to keep doing well, you know, just do the bare minimum because you do not want your college to retract your acceptance because you didn't perform well in the second half of your senior year. So I went to a Columbia University info session and someone asked, should I take an AP class and get a B or take an average class and get an A? And what the Columbia University admissions representative said was, take the AP class and get an A. Guys, when it comes to colleges, especially these highly selective college, like I'm gonna be straight up, it's important that you perform well academically. I don't have my glasses, so if I'm squinting, just bear with me. But grades matter because they show admissions officers how you may perform in their colleges, giving their the academic rigor. I want to say that every single class that I took in high school was accelerated. In my school was the same thing as honors. So every class that I took was either accelerated/honors or AP. I advocated for myself in order to get into rigorous courses because in my school you needed to get approval sometimes from your teacher to take a rigorous the honors class the next year. So I made sure that I spoke to my counselors and my teachers to make sure that I got into those higher level classes. So I was at a Ivy League info session and it was asked, should I take a community college course that my high school offers, or should I take the AP/IB course? And some may think, oh, take the college course, but the admissions officer actually said that the students should take the AP/IB course. For anyone who doesn't know, AP means advanced placement, IB means the International Bachelor something that's offered. And the reason the Ivy League admissions officer said the latter, that they should take the AP/IB, is because the AP and IB curriculums are widely known, and also there is a kind of similar metric of like judgment just because the AP and IB offers tests, and so students can be judged in a similar way. So if you go to Florida and that person has got a 4 on their AP test, or if you go to California and someone also got a 4 on that AP test, you can see that they perform on the similar level. However, because different colleges have their own like curriculums and such like that, the admissions officers at some of these Ivy Leagues and other top schools don't really know don't really know how academically rigorous those community college courses are, and that's why Ivy League and top schools don't accept any credits from community colleges. However, state schools do. So if you plan to apply to Ivy Leagues and other top universities, just be conscious of that it's much better to take an AP course than a community college course, because the community college course, you can't get any credit from it. However, the AP/IB courses, the Ivy League will give you credit for that. Oh, and I also wanted to add that if the community college or if your high school offers classes at like a really well-known university, let's say like UVA or UGA, like whatever, like that might be a better option. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so some quick advice that I have when it comes to grades is that go to your teacher's office hours or just ask to meet after school or before school if you don't understand concepts. Guys, I did that so much, like especially my math teachers. I would be in their offices before school, after school, whatever I had to do to make sure that I was doing well in my math courses, like, and my science courses. I definitely met with my teachers like outside of school a lot. Another thing that you can do is ask upperclassmen or people who already took the course, or even perhaps your friends who are doing well in the course, to tutor you. You might say, okay, well, I don't have money for tutoring. They could tutor you for free. What they get out of it is that person can put that on their college resume, so it actually looks good for them. So see if someone can tutor you, or if you could create a study group with your friends. And another thing I have to say is don't drop too many courses. I did drop BC. I did drop AB Calculus BC. That has to do with how problematic my math teacher was, like very, very discriminatory. So I decided to do AP Calc AB, and I did well in that course. So be conscious of when, like if you're taking AP classes and it's like very, very difficult for you, like you think you're actually gonna get a C or a D, like get out of that class ASAP. It's better to take like an average class and get an A than to take an AP class and get a C. Like you just don't want any C's or D's on your transcript. And speaking of that, I recommend that you try your best not to get anything lower than an A-. Like don't be worried if you get an A-, like that's fine because it's still in the A range. But especially if you're in your freshman or sophomore year, try not to get any B's, because your freshman and sophomore year are like the easiest years when it comes to high school, you know, because you go up in difficulty. So freshman year, like every single class my freshman year, I got an A+. In my sophomore year, I got A+ and A's, and then it wasn't until junior year that I got my first A-. And I think that was great for me because freshman year, like I had the highest GPA that I could have had, and because I started with a really, really high GPA in freshman year, it helped me maintain that good GPA as I continued on in my years. So I forgot to talk about my high school, what type of high school I went to. So I went to a public high school in New Jersey. My public high school was top 30 or top 50 in New Jersey, like when it came to other public high schools. And in the US, out of the 50 states, New Jersey is number 3 when it comes to how rigorous the public school system is. So the reason why I say that is because my public school was amazing. It was like really great. Like it was on the same level, I feel like, as many people's private school like education. That just to contextualize my grades, like I did go to a really rigorous high school, and in my high school a lot of people had already got, like, not like a crazy amounts, but I would say every year like 3 or 4 people get into the Ivy League. So let's talk about B's. In my senior fall, for 2 of my classes, I got a B+ first quarter and a B second quarter, and then another class I got a B first quarter and a B+ second quarter. And so obviously, like, that's not great. Then in my third quarter, so for one class I went from a B to an A, and then that was in econ, I went from a B to an A, and then in calculus I went from a B+ to an A+. So even though like the beginning was not the best, your sis still got that A+ and A. So just to show you guys, like you can have like 1 or 2 B's and still be like all right, but just, you know, just try and not get B's, okay? Like, I know people don't like to hear that, but like, let's just be honest. Like, you're competing against so many academically qualified students when it comes to these Ivy League schools and other top tier schools. Like, try your best to get an A. My other advice that I have for you guys is take the most rigorous form of anything. And I do recommend that you try and take English, math, science, language, and social studies / history all 4 of your years. Some schools actually recommend or require that, and it also just shows that you're a well-rounded student. When it comes to extracurricular classes, I recommend that you do ones that excite you and ones that add to your personal story or personal brand. For me, my brand was that I'm pre-med STEM, and so the extracurriculars that I took was computer science, anatomy and physiology, and I was also interested in, I liked finance, so I did consumer finance and economics, and also I did Spanish because I definitely wanted to do Spanish all 4 years, just because like I personally enjoy Spanish, and I liked Spanish so much that I did take the New Jersey State seal of biliteracy, so this like long test to prove that I'm actually biliterate in Spanish, and I passed it, and that was actually put on my transcript as well. Okay, let's talk about my GPA. My academic GPA was a 4.6 out of 4.8, and my all course GPA was a 4.12 out of 4.2. So as you can see, my school did not have the 4.0 system. But if we did have the 4.0 system, I would have had a 4.0 out of 4.0 or something higher than a 4.0. My school was a little bit weird, but if you're trying to understand what my GPA would have been on a 4.0 scale, it would have been a 4.0. Alrighty, let's talk about AP classes. So my school did not offer IB classes, but they did offer us like 23 AP classes. As I said, I did go to a top tier public school, so I'm very grateful that we did have a lot of these offerings. And so the APs that I decided to take was English, Computer Science, Bio 2, Calc AB, Chemistry, Macroeconomics, Spanish 5, English 4. So those were the APs that I took. In terms of on the biology test, I got a 4, chemistry 4, computer science A 4, English language and composition 4, macroeconomics 4, English language and composition 5, mathematics, calculus A, B 3, Spanish language 4. So obviously my goal was a 4 or 5, and I'm really, really proud of the grades that I got. In terms of doing well on the AP test, pay attention in your class, because your entire class is based around you getting a 5 on the AP exam. So try your best to do well. Start studying for the exam a month before the exam. And I also recommend doing practice books. I'm gonna insert a clip right here of all the practice books that I used in junior and senior year when it came to SAT subject tests, AP tests, and the SAT and ACT. I do want to let you guys know that in my junior year, the APs that I took my junior year was biology, computer science A, and English language. The reason why I think it's important for you guys to be conscious about what classes or what AP classes or IB classes you're taking in your junior year is because those scores would be available for your the colleges that you're applying to. In your senior year, even though you are taking AP classes, the AP tests are like in the spring. So by that time, it has already passed college application season. So the schools don't know what scores you would get. And so that's why I decided to take biology and computer science my junior year, because I knew that I was amazing in those subjects and that I would perform well, not only in terms of my grade in that class, but also in terms of my AP score. And so that's why I did take those classes in my junior year, because I did want those scores to be available when it came to application season in my senior year. So as you can see, I was a really strategic thinker, and I want you guys to just be conscious of when you decide to do those things. And also, I guess I can talk about how to get good recommendations in another video, but I wanted my Spanish teacher and my biology teacher to write me letters of recommendations, and so that's also the reason why I decided to take those two. All right, so that is it. Hope that was helpful. Share with a friend, and I'm gonna see you later.
Pray, Lord, help me please. I'm on my knees like a crawl space. I can get all I need from the breeze when I start gaze. We gon' testify, we gon' testify all day. We gon' testify, we gon' testify.